G'day everyone, welcome to X-Ray Art. I'm Chrissy. Thanks for joining me, and in this demonstration I'll be painting mostly with watercolours. I'll also be using coloured pencils and some markers for details. I'm painting out of my comfort zone again. Sometimes when I want to try something different or something out of the norm, I usually use my sketchbook. The sketchbook I'm using here is a Stillman and Birn. It's the Delta series and it's extra heavyweight paper. This is ivory in colour and it's 180 pound 270 GSM and it's cold press. But it's not so bumpy or rough, but it's, although the books or, the sketchbook says cold press, it is rather smooth a little bit too, I find, but I really love this sketchbook. This paper is quite suitable for mixed media and it takes quite a bit of water, which is really good. The paints that I'm using here are Mission Gold watercolours, and I love the way that these paints lay down. They're very vibrant and I love the way that they behaved, and they behaved the way I wanted them to. So, and the palette that I'm using here is a ceramic palette there. So this is just a character which I was playing around, or a character which was playing around in my head, and I just wanted to have some fun and play with watercolours. And well, we all know that this medium is not forgiving, but I think with all things, if you practice and you get to know your medium, and here it helps me adjust the way I paint from, say, oils or with pastels. And this medium was just fantastic. I really enjoyed working with it. So what I do here is basically trying to understand how much water versus how much paint I need to put in my put on my brush. And I use a paper towel, and sometimes if I've picked up too much water or too much paint, I just dab my paper towel, and that's the only way that I can sort of control what I'm doing here. Of course, I'm painting tightly, of course, as I always do. And so first of all, I lay down a very light wash, very, very pale, and with watercolours, you work from light to dark, and it was great for glazing. So I just kept on adding layers as I kept going, just repeating all the things that I was doing over and over again. And then after I've put when I put my light wash down, I then apply my darkest value, and I work my way in between with all my medium tones. And sometimes if I felt that my dark was not dark enough or my lights were not light enough, for example, if they weren't light, I would dry my brush, and I would pick up the paint that way. So I was lifting the paint, which that technique worked really well. And then for for details, I used black fine markers and coloured pencil in certain areas. So I have to say again, I had so much fun painting this. I think what I was thinking is perhaps maybe I can introduce just a little segment where I show you how I muck about in my sketchbook, and there'll always be rough sketches and things like that, or little small painting studies. Perhaps you can let me know if you'd like to see more of those, or more of my sketchbook studies. You can perhaps maybe leave them in the comment section below. So what I might do is just leave you to view the rest of this painting demonstration. If this is the first time that you've viewed my videos and you wanted to see more of my videos, please subscribe, share. But until the next time, bye for now.